I got to congratulate you. Today is the 8th of December, right? And the 8th of December, typically the average real estate agent isn't doing all the things that they're supposed to be doing. Have any of you in your cold calling or door knocking run into real estate agents at home? Sounds like a lot of you have, right? Okay, is it awkward? Do they seem embarrassed? It's interesting, isn't it? It's fascinating. Steve, go ahead.
A couple of them said, "Oh, I used to work for Secretary Masters, but they want you to work."
That is true. We do have that reputation. Isn't that terrible? We do have that reputation. Oh, darn. Well, your working pays off. Your running through the finish line pays off. But I wanted to go over some statistics and some numbers today, because sometimes people don't completely get what I'm trying to get across. So get out a pencil and paper, and I just want you to review a couple of numbers. So first of all, the question is there business being done in the marketplace? Are there listings being taken and sales being made? And the answer is yes, but I want to give you actual numbers. So write this down. In the last week, there were 3,226 listings taken. In the last week, in the CRMLS, there were 3,226 listings taken, and there were 2,295 properties that went pending. Not for the month, for what? The week. Reported for the week. That means that 2,200, almost 2,300 properties went pending, and 3,200 got listed. Now, the question is there business at the end of the year? Is there opportunity at the end of the year? I say yes, and those of you that are working now get it too. I want to run another statistic. In September, in mid-September, now would everybody say that's a pretty decent time of the year? Mid-September? Hello? Yes or no? Decent time of the year. Not the hottest, and certainly not the slowest. Everybody agree with that? Yes. But it's a week that I took as a comparison week. So the comparison week is, in that week, there were 4,500 listings taken, which was about a third more than we took, about 33 or 34% more. And on the pendings, there were 15% more properties that went pending that particular week that went pending now. So think about what I said. 30% less listings. So yes, there are less listings, and yes, there are some less pending, but we're not at 50% of the market or 60% of the market. You get what I'm talking about here? There's a ton of business out there. Yet, how many less agents are working? 50%? Maybe more? 60%? I mean, this is not indicative of what's going on in the marketplaces. Our blitzes are full. You are working. You are putting out the extra effort, and every day it's getting us another listing, another sale, another pending, and another closing that I think we otherwise wouldn't have had. So congratulations. Give yourselves a big hand. Good job. So I wrote down here, fact, deals are being done. Fact, people are still buying and selling houses. And fact, there are fewer agents to compete with than any other time of the year. That's the facts today. So, my recommendation for each and every one of you at the end of today, or certainly for tomorrow, is to go out, write this down, to do a 5-5-10, either today or tomorrow. To do a 5-5-10, either today or tomorrow. Write that down. Now, I wrote down some questions that I tend to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 questions. Statement, question, statement. So we have 14 questions and 2 statements. Here's the questions that agents tend to ask. Either they're going on in your mind today, or you'll think about them in a little bit, or you thought about them yesterday. When I say to you, go do a 5, 5, 10. Question number 1, how do I start? Question number 2, where do I start? Question number 3, which area is better? Should I go to Pomona or should I go to Glendora? Or which part of Glendora? If I don't go to Glendora, maybe I should do San Dimas. No, not San Dimas. I'm going to do Laverne. Not Laverne. You know what? I've heard Costa Mesa is fabulous. You think I'm kidding? You know I'm not kidding. That's why you're laughing. Because that's what's going on in our head. Those are the questions when I tell you, go do a 5, 5, 10. How do I start? Where do I start? Which area is better? What time of the day should I go? What time of the day? Morning? Noon? Afternoon? 4 o'clock? Can't go 4 o'clock because it gets dark. Next question. What should I leave? Should I leave something? Should I leave nothing? Should it be a color brochure or a copy? Should it be a big one or a little one? Should I have my face on it or not have my face? What about my dog? Should my dog be on the flyer or not be on the flyer? You guys are laughing. This is what's going on in your heads. Okay? All I said was go do a 5, 5, 10. And you're going, what should I do? What should I do? Where should I do it? How do I do it? I wrote down here, what do I say? Amazing. Totally amazing. The catch-all script of the century is the hot market script for past client or just listed, just sold. Absolutely phenomenal. And the neat part is it changes every month. Okay? Every single month. You have a new thing to talk about. And yet, what question do I get? Bill gets, Bob gets, Diane gets every week? You want me to do a 5, 5, 10, but what do I say? What am I going to talk about? I had this on a coaching call today with one of my top agents in the company ask the question. So I have all these people to call. What should I say? As I want to bop him on the head, you know, in our but that's the question. Stop doing this stuff to yourself. I wrote down here, what price range is selling? Another question. Okay? Is it the 250 range or the 350 range? Is it the 700 range or the 950 range? Okay, well, I don't do really well in the $1 million range, so I'm going to work in the 750 range. Well, I haven't really sold anything in the 750 range. Well, maybe I can do some. Well, but and it goes on and on and on. Are you guys with me on this? Okay. And this is only in the first 15 seconds of what I said. All I said was go do a what? 5, 5, 10. Then all these questions come up. I wrote down here, what do I say if they answer the door? And then my next question is, what do I say when no one's home? I get that. I get that question. Neil. When no one's home and I knocked on the door and I've gone up to the person or I've gone up to the door, knock on it, and no one's home, what do I say? What shoes should I wear? What shoes should I wear? And black tennies don't look good with this outfit. So now what am I going to do? White, I don't have white tennies, so therefore I can't go out and, this is what you guys are doing to yourselves, okay? What if I don't have a name badge? Because I know that the name badge is kind of important. Someone might think that I'm doing something else if I don't have a name badge. Then I wrote down here, maybe there's something that I could be doing that would be more productive. Maybe there's something I could be doing for that period of time that could be more productive. And then I wonder what management would tell their kids to do. See, I believe at some level you think that I'm not giving you the right, bottom line, best advice. That I'm holding it back. That I'm giving it only to the select few, the secret. Okay? In fact, there was a whole seminar on The Secret, right? So I'm going to say this as we close the year again. Do you think I'm money motivated? Yes or no? If you don't sell a deal, if you don't close an escrow, Century 21 Masters doesn't make any money. Do you get this? Do you guys understand that concept? Now, there are other companies that you can work for that whether you do business or you don't do business, you pay them. Okay? It's not our company. It's not our model. We're in this with you. Okay? You sell, you win, we win. You don't sell, you lose, we lose. You guys get that? Yeah. Why would I give you any advice that wouldn't be the best advice to help you get from wherever you are to wherever you want to go? There's no profit in there for me. Does that make sense? Right. Yeah. Please get that. Please get that. I am not holding anything back. So I'm going to say it again. I'll start from the beginning. I want everyone to, this afternoon or tomorrow or 2 or 3 other times this week, to go do a 5-5-10. Because I believe that even though you may not have a listing lead in your hand today, and while you may not have a buyer lead in your hand today, that by doing those activities, leads will come to you. You'll find them on the streets, you'll find them at the doors, you'll find them in the neighbors, you'll find them in people walking around the neighborhood, you'll find them in cars that are going down the street when you're previewing a property that has a sign on it. Those people will be attracted to you and you will be attracted to them. So even though right now you don't have the deal, you can't see it on your screen, when you do these activities every day for the next few weeks, business is out there and business will come to you. I just told you, I just went over the numbers. Last week, 3,200 listings were taken. Last week, 3,200 listings were taken in our general markets. And 2,200, almost 2,300 properties went pending. How many of those were yours? How many of those could be yours if you went out and just reached in to the public? So I wrote down here, we must take control of our attitude. We must have a stronger approach, and we must raise our expectations when we're out working with the public. We must take control of our attitude, have the stronger approach, and raise our expectations. I wrote down here, and this is the focus for the week, challenge yourself to be who you know you are capable of being. We're all playing too small, every one of us. Challenge yourself over the next week or so to be that person that you know is inside of you that can come out. And all it has to do is in a 5-5-10. Just follow the path. Quit asking the questions of, what do I do? And just take action doing it. I wrote down here, challenge yourself to follow through, to walk your walk. I wrote down here, don't feel badly about how slowly you feel about heading to your goal. See, I think we feel bad sometimes that we're not achieving our goal at the speed that we think we should be achieving it, and that makes us not feel too good about ourselves. Don't do that yourself. I wrote down here, you're heading toward your goals, and what you need to do, no matter how many roadblocks, no matter how many detours you face, you need to continue moving forward. Because I wrote down here, you're still cruising far above anyone who's afraid of even getting started. As frustrated as you kind of feel right now, there's 3,200 listings and I didn't take one last week, darn it. And there's 2,300 sales and I didn't get one, darn it. Yet, you're out working, you're here calling, you're door knocking, you're staying for the advanced script classes, you're working on the different things, you're sitting in this environment looking for another word or phrase or nugget or kernel that'll push you out the door. And yet your competitors haven't even gotten out of bed. Think about that. You want something to help propel you beyond? Think of those people when you're out door knocking or phone canvassing or following up or running around doing it, whatever it is, the previewing that we're doing. Think of all your competitors that are not working. I can't tell you how exciting that makes me feel. Knowing that most of my brokers are on vacation, my broker associate friends, they're on vacation. They plan their vacations at the end of the year. I plan on what I can do to help move you to your next level. Which plan would you prefer? Yours. All we have to do is do a 5-5-10. And we're starting to work the plan. We're putting it in action. That's my plan for you. I'm not worried about next year yet. I'm still worried about you doing a deal this year. Still putting in a pending this year. Still taking a listing this year. It is still possible. Absolutely possible. I wrote down here, always do your best and life will give you its best. Always do your best and life will give you its best. Then I wrote down, well, yeah, that's all well and good for you, Neil, but what if you have average talent and average skills like most people, like me? You think I was born with this nice suit and this great watch and this beautiful car? You guys are nuts. Every day, every week, every month. Every day, every week, every month. Every day, every week, every month. Every day, every week, every month for 40 years. For 40 years. Every day, every week, every month. Every day, every week, every month. For 40 years. Working on trying to come up with another way to help you do another deal. Take another listing. See it in a different way, a different picture. Work on your life in a different thing. So what if I have average talent and average skills? I wrote down here, what makes high-paid agents high-paid is not their talent. What makes highly paid agents highly paid is not their talent. It's they almost always try what? Harder. Always try harder. Always try harder. Steve, you said agents don't come to our office because they have to work. I congratulate all of you because you are trying harder than the average agent. Do you get that? Do you get what that means? I'm not telling you that you have to run a marathon tomorrow. I'm not saying that at all. Just try a little harder than you did yesterday. Just a little bit harder than you did the day before that. And tomorrow, try a little bit harder than you did today. Do you guys get that? That's all we're talking about here. We're not telling you to run the marathon today. That'd be great if you can. But you have to take and run a little bit before you can run a little bit more, and then a little bit more. And that's what we're talking about here. I wrote down here, think of the top agents, the legend agents, the agents that do consistently 100 deals plus a year. Think of those agents. Get those names in your head. The Karen Bernardis, the Neil Weichels of the world. Think of those agents. And in the beginning, they didn't know their scripts and dialogues. In the beginning, they didn't know their markets. I know it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. But they didn't. They didn't know what to say and how to say it. They didn't know what was going on in their market. Just like all of us didn't know. When I started in real estate in 1970, whatever, 1841 I think it was. Not real good with the math, but it was somewhere in that area. I didn't know what to say and how to say it at all. I didn't know the market. How did I learn the market? I learned the market by going previewing houses in Hacienda Heights every single day. No, I didn't know to do it as a 5-5-10. I didn't understand that. That stuff has evolved over time. But that's what I did. Preview properties all the time. And that's something you can take with you because it builds on and builds on and builds on and builds on. And I've shared this before. There are very few homes in Hacienda Heights that I can drive by, that I can't drive by, that I can tell you what that floor plan probably looks like. Okay? Now, I haven't been in there in 20 years, but I've been into most of those houses. Do you understand that? Yeah. The way to accelerate that, to get faster at it, so it doesn't take you 20 years to do it, is to do a 5-5-10. Go see 5 every day, 5 days a week, preview 5 houses a day, 5 days a week is 25 at the end of the week, it's 100 at the end of the month, it's 1,200 at the end of the year. You guys haven't seen most of you, not all of you, haven't seen 1,200 houses in most of your careers. Think about that. You've got to go see the property. So you got to know what's for sale and what's going on. Just do that now. 5-5-10, and do that now. So in the beginning, they didn't know their scripts and their dialogues. They took one listing, and then they made one sale. And then after a bit, they took another listing, and they made another sale. And they previewed some more houses, and they worked on their scripts and dialogues, and they built on that. They started one at a time, one preview at a time, one script at a time. Don't worry about where you are today. Worry about what compounding effect you're going to have on yourself, for yourself, over the next few weeks. Just think about it. 4 or 5 weeks from now, you'll have seen 100 houses. Think about that. If you saw 100 houses, here, take this back. If you saw 100 houses, no matter how well you knew Covina now, if you saw 100 houses in Covina over the next 30 days, how well would you know Covina? Phenomenally well. Or whatever city you want to know. Walnut, Hacienda Heights, Diamond Bar, Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, I don't care. Los Angeles. Doesn't matter. Yay. Get it? You get what I'm talking about here? 100 houses just in the next few weeks. How powerful that would be. I wrote down here, they're average people doing average activities. They just did them over and over and over and over again. Just like me. Every day, every week, every month. 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 It's a boring way to build a spectacular life. It's not sexy, it's not cool, but boy does it work. Every day, every week, every month. Every day, every week, every month. I wrote down here, to do your best is achievable by anyone. Yet the majority of people never do their best. They just do enough to get by, just enough to pay the bills. just enough to pay a little bit more than the bills, but just enough to get by. Just enough to live the lifestyle that they've become accustomed to. Complacency will kill you. It'll take your heart out. Get in a different lane. I wrote down here a question. Would you be proud of showing a video of your work day to your spouse or significant other? Would you? And if the answer is yes, congratulations. If the answer is no, you better work on it because I'm putting GoPros on all of you. And we're not going to be able to take them off. At night, we're just going to, at the end of the day, we'll download them and we'll just email them to spouses and significant others. You won't have a chance. Okay? Huh? Huh? You just thought I was another pretty face, huh? I got ideas. I wrote down here, small steps daily, not giant steps occasionally, will get you to your goals, will fulfill your dreams for yourself and your families. What I do daily will bring me success beyond my wildest dreams. It's daily. It's 5-5-10 daily. A few previews daily. A few expireds daily. A few door knocks daily. Learning the scripts and dialogues slightly daily. Not immersed. A few daily. What I do daily will bring success beyond my wildest dreams if I do what I'm supposed to do. I wrote down here, the actions you take today can get you another listing or another sale before year end. The actions you take today, now, going forward for today, tomorrow, the rest of the week, can get you listings and sales now before the end of the year. Your choice. Let's go out and have a powerful week. Thank you.